Hey guys, welcome back. Here's our long-term portfolio on our Robinhood account. Just buy in here and sit, don't sell. That's what we do. It is Monday, March 8th. GameStop is running again. We do have 10 shares of GameStop in here. They're up $500 on the day, so that is legit. Tesla's coming down. Why I want to be diversified. GameStop is a value stock in my portfolio at this point. Given its valuation right now, it's a little high for long term, but not high for a squeeze. So we're gonna keep holding that. So I like GameStop, and I like the long term portfolio. Look at this thing, beautiful. Last week, we actually were up last week a little bit, even with Rocket, us not cashing on Rocket. Not much to go over on here. You want to diversify between value and growth, maybe 50-50. And no options, unless you're just selling premium. So that's pretty much what we have in here. I've got one option in here, but yeah, that's our long term. And there's some stuff I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna get rid of UWMC. I already have Rocket. I don't need two of these things. Here I'm getting rid of. I probably need a little bit more value in here. I have value, but as far as equity, I need to put a little more equity into it. So I've got lists that show me what I've picked out for value and growth. And yeah, so we did trim Tesla when it was at its highs around 900. I trimmed one share of it just because it was ballooning in our account too much. It was 30% of the portfolio at that point. So I've scaled into Corsair on these last few days as it's continued to drop. And yeah, I'm gonna hold off until it starts rebounding, because I don't know how long this is gonna last. But it's looking good. It actually was shooting up today, and then it kind of sold back off. That's kind of with the overall market though today. And if you watched our video from a couple days ago, it looks like this is maybe hitting a bottom, maybe trade in this range. Watch a video from a couple days ago. It's kind of opening up SPY credit spreads, and I don't always get it right, but right about here I was claiming, well, actually it's funny, here I opened up a put credit spread thinking it's going to rebound the next day, and then I got scared because my confidence got beat up a little bit recently. And sure enough, it rebounded up here. I closed that early though, so missed out on that one. And then on this day, I thought, okay, it's going to run up this day. And I said it's going to run after hours and probably run up on Monday and then sell off towards the end of the day. And it's lining up. So our credit spread that we opened up for that anticipation is working out. It basically expires on Wednesday, and it just has to close below 386, I believe. So I think it'll kind of keep coming down tomorrow. And probably Wednesday, depends on how much velocity we have. But here's our E-Trade. Here's where we're doing a lot of the trades. Today we opened up a lot of stuff. So the premium on GameStop is just so high still, because it's just been climbing up, and it hasn't like consolidated very tight since this run up to 200. This run up to 200, we made a lot. That was our 14,000% play, just because it was trading so tight for so many days, and then this crazy velocity. But since then, it hasn't been that tight, and it hasn't been that long, and it's been kind of climbing. So IV is still like in the 500s. So when I purchase a contract, it's really got to move the stock for it to actually be that good. But I did anyways. We purchased some this morning, and if you caught our video this morning recapping my plan with GME, since the DTCC is now going to be forcing them to cover or basically come up with shares, I think that's kind of changed my thesis on it. There might not be a huge dip. It might just kind of keep going up and up and up and just speeding up. So this morning I got into some calls. They were expensive, but we got into them, and they were actually down like 30-40%, even though the stock was up here. I got into them here, stock was up here, down 30-40%. Why that was, because all the velocity in the morning. I know not to buy options in the morning. You have to wait at least until 10. Even though the price was higher here than where it was here, my option was actually like here, it was still down like 20%. I couldn't believe it. But that's what happens with volatile stock, high IV. But it's still fine, because at this point we're up on it. Because yeah, it ran up today. Good. GME ran up good. So with the 375 calls when I bought, yeah, it cost 382, which is absurdly high, but it's up 100%, which is nice. 108%. But this one was down. I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm like, I should be selling premium. I shouldn't be buying it. But the problem is you really don't have the exposure selling it. If we do have a crazy squeeze and it just gets parabolic, you're not going to really make it selling it. So I got a little tricky today. I opened up a put credit spread, and this gives me some more exposure, and it sells premium. So basically, max profit is $3,000, max loss is $420. So really good ratios, not a whole lot of risk for that kind of profit. What has to happen though is GameStop's got to close above 307.5, 307.5 by Friday. So I feel like if it's that high by Friday, it's probably going to be way higher, maybe 500 or so. So that's why it's like I might miss out on it. I don't think it'll slowly climb up to 300. If it's going to get to 300 by Friday, it'll probably be flying past it. But yeah, so I opened up that one. I'd like to get some more calls, but it really has to dip down or it's got to consolidate, and I don't see that happening anymore. So that's my exposure for now. We do have the shares also, and those are doing well. Our SPY credit spread's doing well here, as you can see right here, up 18% on it. This is the bearish play. We'll make 1100 if SPY closes below 386 by Wednesday, but I'll close out of it before then. Beyond, not a good play. CCIV bought it on the high, not good. Corsair keeps coming down, so I'm kind of slowing down, but I have calls, which these have a ton of time. These cover earnings, which is good, but yeah, I'm gonna wait until I scale in more on these. This is 1,200 bucks. Put credit spread would have been good, but it just kept coming down. So now I might have to roll this over, or I might just close it. We'll see. Basically, this is Corsair has to close above 40 bucks by 11 days, and it's not very likely that's going to happen. So we'll see. I mean, if I roll it, I'm pretty optimistic that in 3 months it'll be above 40 at least. But Rocket calls not doing great. Rocket did run up today for a little bit, and I maybe should have sold some of these, but they weren't up that much. Not a whole else left going on in here. Look at the history. So there's the credit spreads on SPY, credit spreads on GME. This is different stuff for because Rocket's dividend. I didn't understand that. Thanks, shout out to the guys on Twitter that clarified that. Since Rocket offered a special dividend, it actually affected our option contracts, and it dropped the strike price, so now it's lower. So if you look at Rocket's strike prices, they're all weird. They're all fractions, always fractions of dollars, and that's because they offered a dividend, and so that was then incorporated into the options. So basically, my options became better. It's kind of strange, kind of confusing. Never seen that happen, but it happened today on this account. It's a little weird. I don't know. It's saying our ASXC shares have a zero cost basis, so I don't really know what's going on there. But yeah, we're doing all right. And I finally realized what these TD Ameritrade, these 10 shares of GME in this account are actually from our E-Trade. It's just so strange because it showed it in our TD Ameritrade before it left our E-Trade. So that was confusing me. GameStop's looking good. Roaring Kitty tweeted right about here, and it's good though because it didn't do it like it did before. Before, sometimes when he's tweeted, hasn't been great. So it says 4 hours ago. Actually, you can look at the exact time. 10:51. So look on the chart here. There's 11. So here's 10:55. What about here? Kind of hilarious. Tweet this. What is this, Mario? Yeah. Little Mario, just outsmarting the turtle. Yep, jacking him up. And I think that had some contribution to this run, but then what's great is it didn't just dump back down like it did the other day. Kind of came here and held the support and then consolidated and just kept running up. This thing's looking good. Broke through resistance up. I mean, we broke it and then we kind of traded and consolidated on it, but that's good. I think we'll be by after hours today. I think we'll be over that 201. I think by close tomorrow we'll be over 214, which is the next resistance. People are like, oh, what's your price target? What's this? I don't like to give price targets. I just look at price action and can try and figure out the direction. As far as how fast and when, no, I don't know. But I do see the resistance points. So typically old supports become new resistance, old resistance become new supports. And so if we have a line right here, it's about 215 is the old support, so that'll be a new resistance. And we came up on it today, but got to break through that after hours or tomorrow, and then after that it's like 250. So I think we'll see over 250 by end of the week. And the gamma squeeze is going to be real at that point. And I think maybe today, Monday, we're starting to see some of the gamma squeeze because they're having a cover from last week. with the strike price closing at 140 on Friday, all the ones that were in the money, they're having to start to buy up to cover. And I think they have Monday and then maybe even Tuesday. So that might be part of the reason we're having all this action today. We will see though. I wish there was a way I could get more exposure. I can just buy calls, but they're just so expensive. I might do debit spreads too. So basically buying a call and then selling a call that's cheaper. And then you just basically you cap your gains, which is the thing that sucks about it with a play like this. But you can do a lot of them. It's kind of the same as this credit spread I opened, but it's the same, but it's like opposite, if that makes sense. This one I'm receiving credit, debit spread I'd be paying for it, then hoping it goes up. This one I'm receiving it, hoping it goes up. It's kind of, I guess it's kind of the same thing, more or less. This one, time is on my side. On a debit spread, it's not, but time doesn't affect you too much. Whatever. Yeah, I need, so I've got these. It's tough because today these 4 naked calls were up, and I'm like, I kind of want to sell them. They're up over 100%, like 150%. But then, why am I looking at beyond? But then I'm like, it's gonna keep going up this week. I'm still bullish on it. I can't sell these. So right now I only have 3 calls that are basically naked, have unlimited exposure to the upside. I'm glad I haven't sold them. It's not a whole lot of cost over here if they go to 0, but I don't want to be too greedy on it. Then I will lose out. Yeah, there's probably some more stuff going on. I was watching Eyes. Been watching that for a couple days now. I heard they got approval for something. This thing actually might go crazy after hours. I don't want to get into it, but yeah, I mean this looks pretty strong still, honestly. Of this moving 180 moving average, and it's on legitimate news, so it's kind of a bull flag there. But I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna overexpose myself anymore. Got enough stuff going on this account. When I was up more, I should have pulled money out of this account. That was my plan, is to pull money out of my trading accounts, these, and put them into the long term. I didn't, and part of the reason is because this one has all these shares in here, and that's kind of affecting my live account value, which I guess you guys can't really see that. Yeah, so my live account value over here is 30K in this one. And they just changed it because I did a couple day trades, I guess, and I'm fine because I'm over 25K, but it just changes the way your account's set up. But anyways, I need to probably sell some shares. I might sell that SPAC for now, just to pull money out of this account, because I don't want to have a bunch of extra money in your trading accounts. You want to me, I want to just keep it smaller and just money I want to trade with, and so I'm not getting into plays that are too big, not putting in money I can't afford to lose, and putting that into the long term. So that's my plan. Watch a video this morning on GameStop. I go over gamma squeezes, my plan for GameStop, how I'm going to get in and out of stuff, and basically when I'm selling, when I'm buying. I've got shares of this. Woo, got, I don't know, 44 shares of it. So those are cool. I mean, those just kind of keep going, which is awesome. Like on this account, what, they're at 576, but I don't know my cost basis on here. I don't know if it's 137 or not, because these were transferred. So the option thing, GameStop's going again. Yeah, we've got 10 minutes. I kind of thought we'd break this 214 before market close, but I'm not so sure now. I think at the after hours and pre-market we will break it, or at least by tomorrow. Ooh, it's been fun, man. It's been fun. I don't have a whole lot more for you guys. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at HappyMoneyYT. And yeah, you can stay up to date on there. This was the credit spreads I opened. Which, did I actually show the credit spread? It's kind of a crazy deal. Yeah, 420 for 3,000. But it's got to come up a lot. It's got to almost double by Friday. Anyways, that's it from me, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Happy Money sticks around. That's the end of it. But sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. We'll see you maybe in the after hours if this goes crazy. If there's any more news. Also, the news, if you guys didn't hear, GME, I guess, announced or made it more official that they're looking, or what do they call it, tapping into Cohen for his e-commerce experience with Chewy. Something along those lines. So wow, great. Okay. I think that was part of the bullish news today that ran it up. I don't know. More of it to me is DTCC and then Roaring Kitty. what I was seeing. But that, I mean, all three of those, honestly. We're getting there. One small step for man, and we'll be on the moon soon. Peace out, guys.